Good afternoon. Welcome to Robert's Reading Room and Reviews. I hope everyone is having a great hump day. I'm here to do my latest book review. I am so excited to do this book review. I just want to say my coworker, Rhonda, who also has a YouTube channel, please check her out. Her and her sister, Shonda, has, I think it's called Twin Nation on YouTube. They do home decor and things like that around the house, and it's a very interesting channel. And they show you how they decorate a table, bathrooms, and things like that. But Rhonda had came to me and was like, "Hey, Robert, have you met Bradley?" And I was like, "No." And she explained to me he's CT Tech and that he's an author and he wants to meet me because she told him about my YouTube channel, which is Robert's Reading Room and Reviews. Please subscribe if you have not. And that he wanted me to check out his book. I finally met him, I want to say 3 or 4 months ago. It was in May. And he brought me his book. And I just want to say I'm so honored to have someone that I work with bring me this book. And it's Lies Behind the Woods, Bradley Cornish. I love this cover. Do you see this cover? I love how the trees is very in the background foggy. You can't see anything, but the car is very detailed. And when I seen the cover, I was like, this is gonna be an interesting read. And as I am an avid reader, I love to read all genre. I like to try all genres, no matter what the subject, the topic is. I just feel like an average reader should be able to read all genre. You may not like it, but give it a try. Basically, what I'm saying. As you know, you follow me. I don't do spoilers, so I don't tell this book or any book I review, but I will touch high points of the book that I felt that got my interest. Um, with no further ado, this book starts off with Steve. He is a professor. He's on vacation in White Plain. He's out for a jog, run from like at 12, I want to say it was 12:16 p.m. in the day. Lo and behold, a truck comes just speeding, almost hits him out of nowhere. He looks over, he see a young girl and this older man. He's grabbing her by the elbow and she hollered or something, screaming or something. And he was like pegged by it, which anyone would. And he was like, is she in danger or anything? He goes back to the cabin. He's standing. He doesn't do anything. Couple days later, he's reading a newspaper. He sees this missing teen by the name of Tara. Like I said, I don't do spoilers, but fast forward 3 years later, his life take a turn. And when I say it takes a turn, it takes a turn. Bradley, I just want to say that I give this book 4.5 stars. The reason why I don't give it a 5 and 4.5 stars is just as good as 5 to me. The only thing I didn't like about the book was that the explaining of the camera on the road near the accident. I'm not an electronic guy, so that's mainly me not being picky. But it just didn't interest me. But from there on, you took me on a ride, like a real roller coaster ride. I just want to say this book here is twisted, sick. Um, Me personally, I would have put Lies Behind the Woods unknown because as I'm reading this book, I was unknown what was going to happen next from chapter to chapter. Um, I want to say what I take from Lies Behind the Woods is that a lot of time abuser, someone who abused someone, the abuser sometimes has been a victim early on in their life, and I feel like that with that saying, that if they don't get therapy as they should, their life turns. I don't want to say a mess, but they have a very unnormal life, and you see that within this book with Tara, um, with her mother Samantha. I do wish you would have went more into detail about the abuse that she received from her mother. You did touch it, but I feel like it had to be more for her to just be like the way she was. And I understand what happened in the um when she did go to rehab, because she did go to rehab and she was put in the mental facility. I will say that. I will give you that. She received the but that in there too. So it's no wonder she turned out the way she did. Steve, I love how you made him the vulnerable one. It's not too often, if I can remember, as an avid reader, that I see a man so vulnerable. And, and what I mean by vulnerable is that he felt abandoned by his father, not loved, and the abuse that he suffered. And you saw it in his relationship because he didn't have a relationship no more than a year with women. And I just want to say another thing. Lies Behind the Woods, reading this book, what happened, what was revealed in the woods is so true to this title. I applaud you for that. Sometimes you read a book and the title doesn't have nothing to do with the storyline itself. This one was head on, the nail in the coffin for me. Poor Jane. I love Jane. What happened, I was like, oh my God, I knew that was coming. The way you left this book, I love the way the ending unfolded because you don't know if you're gonna pursue this storyline further because you can. Not saying you should, but you can. I just love the ending. It didn't leave me like what's gonna happen next. It was just an ending that it ended the way it should have ended. I give it 4.5 stars again. I enjoyed it. He has another book on ebook on Amazon. This is on Amazon. It'll be available on September 14th. I was fortunate enough that you reached out to me, asked me to do an honest review. I hope I did justice during this book review. I loved it. Like I said, it was twisted, a little sick. And what I mean by sick, when you was talking about John and the sister, and what was revealed in that, I had to go back and read twice just to make sure I read what I read. Um, yeah, I look forward to reading more. This is definitely a must read. You did an excellent job. The character development, I love how you did give us background on the characters in the book. Thanks for those who subscribe and support Robert's Reading Room and Reviews. If you have not, please feel free to do so. My Instagram is Robert's Reading Room. My Facebook reading group is Robert's Reading Room and Reviews also too. Until next time, happy reading. Please stay safe. Bye.